What's going on, guys? It's FC, and I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit of a different type of commentary. So this commentary was a concept idea that I had a couple weeks ago, and I'm finally bringing it to you guys here. I was not too sure on the name of it yet, but I'm thinking about calling it Why I, and essentially it's a commentary as to why I subscribe to a certain commentator. So a couple weeks ago, when I was thinking of the concept of bringing this series up, I was thinking at different commentators that I could possibly talk about that what it is and why it is that I subscribe to these certain types of people. And I may do some of the bigger guys like Cnanners and Hutch, but I did not want to start with those two guys just because the majority of us already subscribe to them, and we pretty much share the same concept and ideas as to why we like them. So I didn't want to pick somebody that was too famous, but I did pick a channel that does have 100,000 subscribers. And the guy is actually very well known, but not a lot of people that I know personally watch his videos. And that is WhiteBoy7thSt. So WhiteBoy7thSt, I heard about WhiteBoy7thSt about, I would say 6 or 7 months ago. I've never actually gave his videos a chance back then. I've kind of shunned him out. The reason being is I believe he was having issues with certain, commentators at that time. He was having issues with them, and I really never gave his videos a chance or an opportunity for me to like them. It was a move of immaturity on my part. We all do immature things at times. We're all susceptible to it. So at that time, I was very immature and not giving his videos a chance. So let's fast forward to about 3 weeks ago to a month ago. I'm not too sure when it was, but he was on the Painkiller Already podcast, and he was on there with the usual guys, Wings, Kyle, Woody, and that week they actually had him and Only Use Me Blade. So it was a good week, and he, for lack of a better word, he really impressed me that week. I mean, he was really cool on the podcast. He was a very chill guy, and about a day after the podcast aired, I decided to check out his channel and see what he was all about. I figured that I had just looked over his channel too much, and I decided to give his channel a chance and see what was up. So I go and check out his channels, and at that time, the big thing that everybody was talking about, at least on the podcast, was his high roller live commentaries that he does. And so I decided to start off by watching them. After watching him, actually, that first episode of his High Roller series, I decided to watch every single one of them that night. So I spent about, I want to say like 2 or 3 hours watching his live High Roller commentaries and some of his other videos. So he really hooked me in that same night. And if you don't know White Boy's channel, you probably have to kind of watching. You have to watch a little bit more than just one video of his, because his antics might not suit what you like at first. But once you get to know White Boy, and he really does give a lot of himself into his commentaries, and that's mainly something that I actually like about. He really puts a lot of himself into those commentaries, and he likes to share a lot of the things that are going on in his life. He likes to share them in his commentaries, and that's something that kind of like I liked about him. He really did. He really just puts his heart and soul into what he does. He enjoys what he does. You could tell in the commentaries of what he's doing that he enjoys the type of stuff that he does, the video games and stuff. He really enjoys doing this stuff. And, it's hard to not like him after a while. His antics might not be for everybody. He rages a lot, and it's funny raging. So his antics might not suit your style of commentaries. But if you're really looking for someone that's not always too serious and likes to break the mold and kind of do his own thing, he's a really good person for that. He will make you laugh. He has a really good sense of humor. So he'll just make you laugh. If you watch his commentaries and you don't laugh, it's pretty bad on your part, because, I mean, he really is a funny guy. And you can't lack but not like the guy. I made the mistake of not liking him for stupid reasons, immature reasons. But in reality, the guy really does put a lot of effort into his videos, and you can't I mean, his channel's 100,000 now, so he's got to be doing something right. But you know, for lack of a better word, immaturity got to, you know, to my sense. But since then, I've, you know, subscribed to him, and if you if you notice my recent activities on my channel, if you watch that stuff, you notice that I like a lot of his videos, and that's because he really does make good videos, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this type of a commentary. Tell me in the comments whether you're subscribed to him and the reason that you're subscribed to him, and if you like this style of commentary, guys. So till next time, later.